What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Stellar Blade. You guys let me know in the comments. I'll say this right at the start here. Is the mic audio, the balancing between the mic and the game, is everything good? I don't know. I've just been on lately, things have sounded off to me. And I don't know if it's just me being crazy or if, shit's been off. So, let me know. Oh boy, this video was a B and a half to actually get out to you guys. Because OBS froze up on me twice, both times during boss fights while I was trying to play this. So, and still fighting me, so today I'm breaking away from the schedule, and I'm gonna just upload some other stuff that I already have recorded and whatnot, and it's all... I don't know. OBS is going to give me a stroke. I'm very angry at it.
There cannot be any exceptions. Then let's not waste any time.
So like last time, we entered one of these, we gotta duke it out with this lady. Of all those attacks, just whiffing completely. It's fine. Revive. We're doing well. We're doing well. And we freeze. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything, really, other than we beat them, and they said, go ahead. And then we got on this elevator, so... you didn't miss much. Oh, have you also noticed my new outfit? I did a series of quests, for the little request board that were about, like, taking pictures using the photo mode. So I've got a couple new costumes.
Yeah, he's busy fixing the
this one I think is my favorite. I really like it. It's not too risque, but it's still pretty sexy. I like it. So like the last Abyss or whatever, we don't have our sword. We have to use our gun for every fight. Which, again, I like these sections. I really do. But part of me feels like they could have used more survival horror elements to it. I don't know. Just, I feel like it feels really gimmicky. I mean, I guess it's kind of supposed to be gimmicky, but I don't know. I feel like these sections could have used a bit more... just something, because I really like the concept of taking away your sword and how we're going to use, force you to use the gun, because I mean it's a cool concept. Pretty much any time a game like this goes, hey, we're going to take away your main means of combat, now you have to kind of adapt. I like it. It's just like I said, I feel like this section in particular, the last time that we had to do this, it was really fun. This one, it feels overly short. And watch how I fuck this up. I panic. There it is. I jump panic. And because I panic, I hit the thing.
Over here! Hurry!
Okay, this gave me more trouble than it really should have, just because I was so goddamn slow.
It's alive! Blow it up! That should shut down this area's security. The saw blades have stopped.
Yeah, get used to walking through that door, because due to my own stupidity, we're gonna have to start from this spot again a few times.
There was a control panel for the gate in the control room back at Altesse Lavoie.
Ah, this room. The Resident Evil room. It reminds me of the laser room from the movie.
There must be something lurking here.
So essentially, you got to fight these guys while that, while that thing spins around and blah blah blah. Remember earlier when I said I panicked and that caused me to die? Yeah. I kind of keep running into that issue. I wasn't even being rushed on that one. I was like, can I jump over it? And nope. And then yep. Again, another one of those. I have no excuses. I gotta say, the shotgun, pretty good. I don't think I use the gun as much as I probably should. It does kind of make me sit here and it does kind of make me sit here and think, man, does the...
We're safe now.
Do the developers have so little faith in this mechanic of using this gun? Did the developers have so little faith in the mechanic that they actually had to program in 2 sections of the game where you are forced to do combat with that solely? They're like, we have to force you to use it. Or it's like... because I'm trying to think of, like, the thought process there, because it's like, oh, hey, this is a good mechanic, but people probably aren't going to use it that much, so we should force them to kind of like it. Yeah, I don't know what the thought process of it is. It just, to me, having a section where they're making you utilize it like this just kind of feels, I don't know, desperate. It might be what I'm looking for. It
reminds me of that research lab.
There must be a panel to open the gate somewhere. That seemed like it opened a vent, not a gate.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she meant by that vent opened.
The gate's security is down. Eve, watch out!
Yeah, see, so I was thinking maybe the vent opened up in there, and I could have gotten, I don't know. I figured it was an item somewhere. Like, I just missed some, like, little secret area that probably has an item or crafting. Stop fucking doing that! When doors are opening is when I'm going to scratch my eye or something. Stop attacking me. Doors are opening, it's a safe zone. Fuck you. This isn't The Last of Us Part 2. In that game, anytime a door opens, you're in danger. You're Ralph Wiggum at that moment. And to anybody who's not heard me talk about that, yes, I'm serious. Go watch an LP of that game, play that game. Well, I was going to say skip the cutscenes, but if you skip the cutscenes, you won't see what I mean. But like 3 separate times, a character is shot mid-conversation as they're walking out a door. Look, man, I get it. It's, oh my gosh, they just died randomly. But it's like I said, A, it's every time, it's just walking out a door. And B, you lose, it kind of loses its effect after about the 3rd or 4th time you do it. Like, there's a reason when Sean in RDR2, when he gets his head blown off, and it's in the middle of is it Rhodes? I think it's Rhodes. Is the town's name. But when he's just your posse's walking down the street in the middle and walk right into that ambush and just BAM! You get this head taken off. That is such an impactful moment because you don't see it coming. It's just there and it happens. But like I said, but you do it 3 or 4 times, it stops losing its effectiveness, and it's just like, oh, come on. You know, I keep seeing people talking about The Last of Us Part 2 and their decision to kill Joel in that game. I'm gonna be honest. I'll keep saying it. I think that was a really good moment. I thought it was played very well. I thought they did really great with that moment. That was one of the few moments in that game that I thought was done particularly well. I absolutely hate what they did at the very end of that game. How they show Joel and Ellie the night after the little dance blow up that happened. That kind of had them angry at each other. That, you know, that was the fight. That was their last interaction before he dies. Or we're led to think that until literally the last scene of the game. That was one of the dumbest ways to do that sequence. I mean, I was baffled by why they decided to save that to the very end of the game. You know, the fact that, you know, you have Joel's death is supposedly the big influence for why she runs off into Seattle, but then everything's this relationship drama with her and Dina, and they keep flip-flopping her character. It's like, okay, you want her to be so hard-bent on revenge, but then every 2 seconds, whenever Dina says something, she's like, oh, you're right, I need to, you know, do the right thing, and we need to go back, and it's the life is for the living, and yada, 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 but then, ooh, suddenly I see my chance, and I'm gonna run off and go be a badass. It's just, I understand what they're trying to do, but for the love of God, you have to do it. There's a way to do it tactfully, a way to show her being conflicted between going down a dark path or not a dark path. But instead, what they're doing, it is, oh my God. Instead, it just looks like she flip-flopped every 20 seconds. It was so annoying. I mean, I'm serious. I really think there was a good game in The Last of Us 2. There is
Eve, did you see that?
With tweaking, I think that plot could have worked.
But this looks like the only way we can get inside.
I'll try to find a way to unlock the gate.
I think the plot could have worked. But it needed a lot of tweaking. It almost felt like it was like the first draft. I also really hated the fact that the mid-game switch over to Abby. That was because I found her and all the people around her just insufferable. But okay, fine. You want us to take away from Ellie, or you want to see a section of the game from a different character's perspective. Okay, that could work, but you had multiple chapters. It was almost half the game. It's like, geez, can we just, you know... I saw somebody try and compare it to the... they compared it to the Out of Commission. So we're seeing these moments from this other perspective. You know, we're kind of seeing how Ellie's trying to survive without kind of a safety net backing her up. You know, because she's still a small kid. I mean, she's only like 13 at that time. So it was a really good section that actually had implications onto her character later on in the game. But yeah, man. But what they did in The Last of Us 2 was just that we spent too much time in that other perspective. I get it. They were trying to show us, oh, well, this is how this group is reflecting on what Ellie's doing, and it's a job about, ooh, there's no real bad guys. It's a matter of perspective. And I'm like, okay, this works, but you're doing it so ham-fistedly, and you're trying to tell this inclusive story with these two kids in this cult. So everything just you don't have enough time to cover all of these angles in this story that you want to cover. I didn't mean to rant about that. It just, that game is probably the one game recently that I just sit and scream at. You wasted so much potential. You had so much potential, and like I said, I think you had the skeleton of a good plot there, but you just, every chance you had to make it good, you decided, let's do the opposite. Pisses me off.
I can see the exit on the other side, but...
This won't be easy. Lily, let's go.
That switch should turn off the security. Eve, the temperature is spiking.
Relax, Lily. I can still manage. Looks like I need to shut down the security system.
For some reason, I didn't grab that thing in that elevator. Drop. There you go. Yeah. You take damage in this sequence pretty easily, so you kind of gotta really time it with the lasers.
That was really scary. Let's head to the gate on the other side.
I love how he just shows up and goes, "Oh yeah, sorry." So it's like, oh, the game's coming out soon, but we still need this guy to do this these voice lines. Well,
Adam,
he's yeah, we just can't get him in. Let's just try and hey, can you send us in this quick oh, sorry guys, you missed me.
Research wing has collapsed.
Then can't we just swim the rest of the way?
No. The water is electrified with a lethal high voltage current.
So now what?
We'll have to use whatever we have at our disposal.
Nothing like platforming. I'm not good at it. If your question is, well, AJ, the platforming in this game really isn't that hard. How are you that bad at it? It's because it lets me float just enough while jumping that I second guess, and like earlier, I just kind of panic and I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna make it, so I'm trying to overcorrect, and then I end up missing the platform I'm jumping to. See, like that, I'm just like, oh, okay, over jumped it. Now I have to adjust, and the adjustment threw me off, and it just, yeah, everything gets effed up. So I'm trying to get onto that that other little platform bot. And yep. Like I said, I make the jump and I panic, and then I need to. I've said this so much when I play platformers. I need to be more decisive with my jumps. Okay, that one was not my fault. That one was not my fault. I call bullshit on the game on that one. I kind of like having to use the gun against these shield crab enemies. So I see that little platform drone off to the left there. So I'm like, I'm missing some. I'm missing another pickup because I could just go down there and keep it on. That's no fun. And no good. Yeah, see, that's what I was aiming for. There we go. Everything all taken care of. See, I'm not sure if that fire, when those things explode, can hurt you. Because I feel like at times I've walked through it and been fine, but there are other times that I've walked through it, I'm like, I think I take damage. So, like, I can't tell.
Whoa, we made it! You literally just made your way through it. Way to go, Eve. Look, there's a supply camp.
Nice. Let's take a second to regroup.
Okay, I like this. I like this outfit, and I like this one too. It's the planetary diving suit, but it's kind of got that that sort of like bomber jacket on top of it. So, we essentially fought one of these before.
It must have fed all the hypercells anyway.
Watch out, Eve!
I fought it before. Don't worry.
I don't know, I feel like that should have targeted, like, all, you know, I should have been able to target all the weak points with that missile. If it wasn't for the little body bag guys, this would not be that bad. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and use my blaster. Yeah, that did not work. And I missed my shot at the weak point. And we had another freeze. Yeah. You really didn't miss much at the end of the fight, but yeah, that was another one of those situations.
The hypercell is intact.
I also found a legacy. It's almost like it was planted here for us to see.
I'm getting more and more curious. Let's investigate.
Let's check it out.
Day 78 after the second dive. 8th record. Legacy account Raven. I have discovered an important record of human history. A war ignited by Mother Sphere broke out, and as previously recorded, humanity was defeated. Earth then became the stage for the Andro-Eidos. Andro-Eidos declared themselves the new human race. This new human race, with Mother Sphere at its heart, made tremendous progress and advanced humanity. And the surviving humans, the real humans, they evacuated to an underground facility. Some, led by Raphael Marx, waited here at this facility for an opportunity to strike back. During this time, the surviving humans evolved in order to gain the strength to face the androids. The result of genetic engineering and rapid evolution. Beings that have lost everything. Everything but brute strength and survival instinct. That's what they've become. Monsters. The monsters that we're fighting.
I actually like this reveal because it's another, the humans are the real monsters. Or but it kind of explains why all these like robot people, they're like, well, we're people. I'm like, well, but are you robots? Or, it kind of explains a big question I've had this whole time.
Then, those we've killed so far, they were all humans.
I can't believe this.
But this production facility was definitely made for Naytibas. If the Naytibas were human, we, the ones fighting against humans, must be...
Andro-Eidos. Are we Andro-Eidos?
The creatures brought into existence, created by Mother
Sphere. Did you hear the whole machinery thing that you just talked about?
We're humans.
Yeah.
Humans with complete bodies. Perfectly
No,
in harmony
we're
with machinery
we're
and
perfectly
living
natural
tissue.
human beings
Naytibas,
living in
on the other
conjunction
hand,
with
are incomplete
machines.
because they are made only of living tissue. They can't adapt to different environments, and they can't even survive in space.
But what if We were created to solve such imperfections.
What?
Then, why did Mother Sphere hide this truth from us?
I need to think.
Yes. I don't think we can reach a conclusion about this on our own. I really do think we should talk to Orkel about all this.
Yes, let's do that.
You're here. Excellent work.
Hey, Eve. I'll take care of the hypercell.
Orkel,
I see you have something you'd like to ask me. Perhaps you came across the library at Lavoir.
we would like to know the truth.
Yes. It is a long, long story. We are certainly human, but this was not the case not too long ago. It is true that those who came before were responsible for the creation of Mother Sphere. The ones now referred to as the last surviving humans. They created us, the Andro-Eidos, through Mother Sphere, and for a time we lived in a kind of symbiosis with them.
Then... we're androids. We were created.
Then why did Mother Sphere...
The reason is unknown. However, at some point, Mother Sphere made a decision. Humanity's survival depended on a reorganization of the species. And that conflict led to war, and the eventual extinction of the surviving humans.
That can't be.
The few who escaped destruction were scattered to the winds, but some managed to flee and find shelter in the ruins in Lavoir. It was originally a facility for the purpose of genetically evolving mankind. After all, lifespans of the surviving humans were very short. That facility was the birthplace of what we have come to call Netibas. The records in the legacy are all true. All this time we have been waging war on our own ancestors. Now, my personal link has extended to a fairly wide area. The next Alpha Netiba cannot be found here on Earth. So, what do you plan to do?
Well, that still doesn't change the fact that Netibas are our enemies.
All right. If we've come this far, we have no choice but to reach the nest through the Master Core. Give me the coordinates of the Alpha Netiba.
As you wish. When you return, I will tell you the rest of the story. Or perhaps it would be better to hear it straight from the Elder's mouth.
Alright, guys, there's still a little bit left here to go, but it's just some minor cutscenes. No, I was kind of seeing this twist going. I've kind of wondered like where the plot of this game is going. It just kind of seemed just kind of meandering. Like I think the plot is honestly this game's weakest elements, but everything else is, I think, pretty fun. But this isn't. I wouldn't call this a shocking twist, but I think it's good enough to keep you going. Okay, it explains some shit.
So, you are leaving then?
Mm-hmm. I'd like to check that area for more information.
Understood. The next destination is the orbit elevator. I'm picking up Alpha Nativa signals at the very end of it.
At the end of the orbit elevator? You mean in space?
Yes, in space. Orbit Elevator 4 was operating fine until recently. But getting there won't be easy. Nativas have been surrounding it for a long time.
All right, so as I said, on that note, we're gonna head back to the ship, talk to what's her face. We get a new upgrade and all that. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, find me over on social media. All that stuff will be linked down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Really helps out with things here on YouTube with the algorithm and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. Happy holidays, all of that, and I will see you all in the next one. But until then, I'm out.
Lily, have you seen Adam?
He was right here a minute ago. I'm sure he'll show up soon. While we wait, should we check the main body frame? So, Eve, because you've been gathering a healthy amount of combat data, we can now distribute the body cell's power for greater offensive capabilities. It might add some stress, but we could increase the socket count to equip an additional exospine.
That'll be of great help during combat. Please get to this right away, Lily.
Yep. Oh, hold on. This might sting a little. Just need to separate this. There. Done.
Thank you, Lily.